Hello. Hello. Okay, so I have a little Thursday truth for us. This may or may not be for you. And if it's not for you, don't stress it, okay? This is for the people who are like me. I am a recovering people pleaser who honestly is looking at this, and I just had the thought, like this wasn't on my thought process, but I just had the thought of, oh, if my mama saw that, she would fuss at me. Like this is wrinkled. I just had that thought, like that's how deep my people pleasing runs. So, yeah, I don't care. Me personally, I don't care if it's wrinkled, and ain't no big thing for me, but my mother would. All right, so that's how deep my people pleasing runs. Thank you, Lord, for that prime example right there. And so this is for my people pleasers in network marketing, direct sales, multi-level marketing, whatever you want to call it, in business, with a team. This is for you. And so what I want you to do is I want you to share this. I want you to give this link to your team, because you might not be a people pleaser leader, but you've got someone under you who is. You do. It's guaranteed. I would put good money on it. And so if you are a people pleaser, you will resonate with some of this. When we get into a business, we work to grow a team, right? When we join, I'm gonna swipe these comments off. When we join a team, when we grow a team, our focus changes. I've watched it in myself. I'm the first candidate here. I've watched it in myself, and I've watched it in countless other leaders that I know personally, and I've watched it in my own team. And I have a large team. I have watched this happen, and I figured it out. I did. At least I figured it out for me. Some of this may be true for you. So a lot of this might be true for you, and none of this might be true for you. I'm not sure what's going to be true for you. And if it's not true for you, don't stress it. If it is true for you, good. Let me trigger you and help you change and help you grow. Okay? So, when we grow a team, our focus shifts. We know we're supposed to work on our business first. We know we're supposed to do the famous 80-20 rule. We know we're supposed to keep making our sales. We know all this. We know all of this. We know this. But for some reason, we can't take action on what we know. It's because we have a need, a codependency to please people. We do. It is deep in us, because for most of us, we need people to like us. We need people to see us. If you've got other things, leave them in the comments of what you need people to do for you. We need people to feed us, right? We need people to give us compliments and say we're doing a good job. We need people to pat us on the back. We need all of that. And quite often that doesn't come from sales. It just doesn't. It can sometimes. It absolutely can. There are people who are getting all that and more from sales, but that more easily and more readily comes from a team. You need people to recognize your work and your advancements and your achievements. And sometimes the way that network marketing is set up, that recognition comes with building a team. It does. It absolutely does. It's just kind of part of how it's set up here. And so we shift our focus to our team because our team is filling a deep need that we may not even know exists. So I wrote down some things. The reason we shift from working our own business and pour more into a team is we need to help people. Raise your hand if that is you. I got 2 of them. We have a deep-seated need to help people. And listen, friend, there is nothing wrong, period, with needing to help people. We need to help people. We all need to help somebody. I understand that. But for us, codependent people pleasers, I'm recovering in that. Ours goes much deeper than just helping people. Ours goes to the dangerous point of, I have to help them in order to feel loved. That's where ours goes to dangerous, all right? And so we need to help people, and we get to fill that part of our heart by helping people, and that really comes into play when you have a team. We also need to please people. It's right there in the name there. It's a people pleaser, right? We need to please people. We need to make people happy. We need to keep people happy. And that has been one of my biggest struggles, is being willing to piss someone off. Right? Being willing to say what is necessary no matter what, and being willing to absolutely piss somebody off. Because I need to say what needs to be said, and I can't worry about someone else's feelings. And that's been a big issue for me. And I know it's an issue for many other people, feeling incapable of saying exactly what needs to be said for fear of, I'm going to make them mad and they're not going to like me anymore. That's why we need a team, because we need people to like us. Just the facts. And I hope this is hitting home. I hope this is helping you. We also need to be recognized. I touched on this earlier. People pleasers need to be recognized for our work and our efforts and the things that we do. Have you ever found yourself in someone's inbox needing to brag and just tell somebody what you did today? Yeah, me too. There's no shade here. All this is stuff right from my own life experience. There's no shade. I don't teach anything that I haven't had to live. We need to be recognized. We need people to see what we're doing. We need our efforts appreciated. We need people to see us. And having a team fills that for us. And when we put more emphasis on our team, we're hoping that they will fill that need for us, quite frankly. We are looking for them, expecting them. Team leader, these are expectations that, in all honesty, you probably didn't even know you had. And it's okay. It's okay. Uncover this stuff, unbury this stuff, and learn from this stuff. And so this is, if you're just joining us, we're talking about why, as people pleasers, our focus shifts so hard from making our own business work to making our team work and making our teams work. Right? We take our eyes off of ourselves and we focus on making someone else work. This is why. Because we need to be needed. We need to feel needed. We need to feel like someone relies on us. Because if we don't have that, oh my gosh, what is wrong with us? If no one needs me, I'm doing something wrong. We make ourselves indispensable. We set ourselves up that we're the only one who can do certain things because we need so badly to be needed. And it becomes a struggle. It becomes a huge struggle when we grow our own leaders, when leaders grow on our team and we have to let them go and we have to let them lead on their own. It becomes a huge struggle because in ourselves we ask, well, what happens now? They don't need me anymore. What am I going to do? I cannot get my needs fulfilled if they're leading of their own right. And so, leader, I need you to hear me on the other side. You got to take your hands off and let your people lead. It took me until this year. To really let my people lead. It did. I'll be honest. I'll be straight with you. I was doing everything. I was doing it all because I could. And when I did, I felt better about it. I did. And so we have a hard time letting other people lead because we need to be needed. It's okay. Once we find these things out, we can address them. And as people pleasers, we need to feel useful. For us, it doesn't feel as useful selling. Sometimes. Depending on your product. It doesn't feel as useful in selling. But when you're working a team and you see them being a success and you see them changing their own lives and making money, like you feel useful, right? You feel useful at that point. It's filling a need for us, but it's also killing us because we stop working our own business. And we have to force ourselves to go back to our own business. But I'm here to tell you that force doesn't work. If you've ever tried to force change, you know good and well it doesn't work, right? You know good and well forcing yourself to do anything does not work. You are not a 4-year-old. Nobody gonna force you to do nothing. And so what I've had to do and what I've worked through in therapy, and I'm still working on, like, I don't have it just right. What I'm still working through is understanding that I am valuable too. I have a hair on my eyeball. Understanding that other people cannot meet my needs. I might need to feel needed, but I have to deal with that myself. I can't expect other people to need me. I might need to feel useful, but I can do that for myself. I don't need other people, right? And so having first to meet my own needs and stepping out in and trusting myself to meet my own needs, that was my first step. And then it goes to valuing myself as much as I value other people. Here's the hard part. We do not value ourselves. And we sure as heck do not value ourselves as much as we value other people. We just don't. We just don't. It's just the hard truth. It's not an easy truth to swallow, but it is the truth. And so we have to value ourselves as much as we value other people. This is how we can fix this. And so I am working on being valuable for myself. I am working on taking joy in what I do and not taking what I need from other people. Does that make sense? I am no longer relying on a team to fill my need to feel useful. I'm taking care of myself to feel useful. That's a shocker. And I want you to remember that if this is not for you, if you do not struggle with people pleasing, don't stress it. Be glad. Be glad. Really, be glad. But share this with those that it might be for, because you just don't know who is on the other side and is struggling in their business because they got some needs that they need met and they're not getting met. Right? We all have some basic needs. And so my growth, my refocus, because I'm not forcing myself to do anything, I'm refocusing on my own business and filling the needs in another area. I'm not letting my team fill those needs anymore. And so leader, as you're growing that team, trust me when I say, as hard as it is, stop letting your team fill your need for love, fill your need to feel useful, fill your need to feel like you have a role to play or that you matter. Your team can't fill that role. And when you will refocus yourself on your own business and encourage yourself to work your own business, it becomes easier. And when you begin to see that you can fill your needs in other ways, you take the pressure off of people. I never understood that people pleasing puts pressure on people. I didn't understand that for a very long time. But we put pressure on other people when we expect other people to meet our needs. Right? We expect our husbands to make us the happiest people in the world. They can't do that. I mean, mine can. He's a good man, but he can't make me happy. I can make me happy. He can bring joy to my life, but happiness is an inside job. Right? And so we cannot expect or hope or want or force our teams to make us feel loved, to make us feel useful, to make us feel needed. We cannot expect them to let that happen. That's not fair. And that's an inside job. It's an inside job. And so I want to encourage you to look at these things. Look at the way your people pleasing is affecting your team and your downline, and your personal business. And I want you to take a moment, and the people that you're comparing yourself to, maybe understand that they don't fight this particular fight. Maybe they don't fight with people pleasing. We don't know. We don't know what's in their heart. Maybe they don't fight with people pleasing, but we do. And our journey is going to look different than theirs. So stop comparing yourself to someone that you really don't know. You really don't know whether people pleasing is the bane of their existence or not. You have no way to know that. And I hope that you will begin to get your needs met in other areas quickly. Because once you take the pressure off your team to meet your needs, it's easy. All of a sudden, it's so easy. So I wish you good luck. This is not easy, but it is absolutely worth it. Have a great day.